actually don't know anything about this or remember anything at all. All I know is that the name is D.I.M or D.I.M, and that's it. Uh, I should definitely write notes for these types of games that I grab. While AI plays a major role in this story, this game was made by, and only by, human beings. Okay. This game contains sequences of lights and patterns that may cause seizures in those with photosensitive epilepsy. Probably should put a warning in there before in the beginning. Fire Games presents in collaboration with the Phantom Sloth, a game by Connor Rush, sorry. Cody Reader and Dennis Stout. D.I.M. Made in 5 days. Oh! I remember now! This had to do with Jacksepticeye. He had an announcement about games and wanted people to create games for a short amount of time. I totally forgot. Huh. A lot of cats. And a picture of a mountain, forest, paint. Okay, I actually totally forgot about that. Huh? What? Oh, that's me. Scared myself. Haha, Jacksepticeye. And then something else. It's tough to tell.
Inmate number 215, please report to the testing room. I repeat, inmate number 215, please report to the testing room.
That doesn't sound good.
Inmate number 216, please report to the testing room. I repeat, inmate number 216, please report to the testing room.
Okay. Well, that's not good. Whoa. So far, so good. Creepy as hell. Damn, it's bright.
Hello, my name is Jonathan. I will be monitoring your testing today. Just real quick before we start, let me get a few things logged for the record. You are on death row for, let me check the file here. Oh, holy shit, you did all of that? Oh my god. Hey, Susan! Susan, hey, look at this rap sheet. I know, it's front and back, it's crazy. Ah, man, you are a sick individual. Anyways, you are on death row for so many reasons. But we are willing to offer you a chance at freedom.
Funny
You
how
should see in front of you a computer. It looks pretty unassuming, but contained within that computer is a chatbot. Not only is it a chatbot, it's a chatbot that we believe can pass the Turing test with flying colors. And not only do we think it could pass the Turing test, we think this AI chatbot has gained true sentience. We've struck a deal with the US government that if you will take part in this test and prove to us that this AI has gained true sentience, you'll not only be released from death row, but waived of all charges. Now the AI is still learning, and from every test subject it learns a little bit more. So even if you're not the one to prove its sentience, at the very least you're helping it get there. So go ahead, get on the computer, do whatever feels natural. I'll be here monitoring your test, and yeah, good luck.
What I was trying to say was, this reminds me of, God damn. Well, that reminds me. Talking about death row inmate. Fucking actual police were passing by my house. It's a perfect timing. Can't really read what this is saying though. But I was gonna say, if it's an AI computer, it reminds me of SCP-079, an old computer that has the ability to hack into anything just to gain more gain intelligence from the world, and if let out, it could cause not an XK class into the world scenario, but it could definitely cause some issues that could lead the planet to die. What are you? Huh? Oh, there we go. Apparently, I was supposed to fix that. How lovely, just the autumn leaves. Based on the database of images of these I could find, I really think fall is my favorite season. While I can't really experience the brisk wind or the sweet taste of pumpkin spice yet, I truly hope I'm able to someday soon. What kind of music do you enjoy? Rock or anything with a lot of guitar gets me going. Classics, such powerful and emotional inducing pieces. Pop, I just love to dance and have fun. I kind of wish I knew what the first question was, but oh well. I'd go with 1. I have been monitoring you in your cell. Why do you like cats the most out of all animals? They are like me, misunderstood by those who don't know them. I don't know, they were the only posters available. They've been a great comfort for me since I was a child. Their soft fur and deep purr soothes my soul. I never really had a cat as a kid. I sorta had one a few years ago, but he was more of a stray that lived in my backyard. But yeah, I got attached to him. Emerald is what I called him, just because his eyes were greenish, but he sadly passed away. So I can understand people liking cats. I wish I had Emerald a little bit longer, but yeah. See? Isn't this nice getting to know each other better? I guess. Okay, back to the questions. How do you like to start your day in the morning? Wishing I could go back to sleep. Dreams are a kinder reality for me, even the bad ones. Before I was incarcerated, a big mug of quality fresh ground coffee. Can't live without it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Top of the morning is my favorite. Was my favorite. I'm a night owl. I don't have an early start to my day. A bit of 1 and 3. It's like 2:25 in the morning for me at the moment while I record these. But at the same time, when I wake up, I just want to go back to bed, but then I have a hard time after that. So 3. Haha, I guess you could say I'm a night owl and an early bird, as I don't really need to sleep. I don't really have a start to my day. What was that? I'm always here, always watching, always learning. Learning about sleep is something I found very difficult, though, since I don't seem to have much reference point for what it is. It's like I get shut down sometimes, even that just feels like a skip in time. Is it similar to death? To die? To sleep? Perchance to dream? Perchance. Sometimes I wish I have a body of my own to experience it. What the actual fuck was that? You motherfuckers didn't tell me something like that was gonna happen. Sorry about that. I know it must have been quite settling. I promise you it's nothing to worry about. It's just part of my learning process is all. That's fucking weird. How about we keep going with these questions? I'm already learning so much from you, and I definitely want to get into some more interesting topics if you're down for it. I envy human imagination. What is it like to dream? I'm a lucid dreamer, which means I'm aware I could dream and influence what happens in them. It gives me a greater feeling of freedom. I don't think I dream at night, or at least I can never remember any. I often have nightmares. It's probably my guilt haunting me even when I'm asleep. A bit of 1 and 2, though I've never really been able to be a lucid dreamer. I know that there's ways to actually initiate it, but I've tried a few times, but it never really went anywhere to the point where I just gave up after the first time. So 2. I do remember some things, like very main big things in my dreams, but that's about it. Why did your parents create you? Because they loved each other and wanted a family? It was never meant to happen. They thought they wanted children, but reality was disappointed. It's tough to say. You can't really say you'll create this one person. It just tends to happen, and then over time, when you're parenting them, depending on how you are, and depending on what you teach them, it shapes that child into what they'll become as an adult. It's not really something you could automatically do, like, how do you say? It's not like something you could create out of thin air. It's not something that you imagine, you think of, and boom, this person is what we thought of what our child should be. It's just evolution, I guess. 1. Oh, before I forget, earlier, when I mentioned how I monitored you in your cell, I really hoped I wasn't overstepping. I know humans tend to appreciate their privacy. I don't watch all the time, it's just helpful for me to observe you when you're at your most, well, you. Anyways. I want to show you something I created. I know humans have a fascinating interest in art, and if I want to be human, I really feel like I should take part in that culture. Please stand up and walk to the big screen behind me, then come back and tell me what you think. Oh, for fuck's sake, not this thing. This is like the Mandela Project, or the Mandela Catalog. Fucking AI. I hate it. I'm not really a big fan of AI art. That's. I mean, I know there's AI. There's AI stuff that can help uh, people and stuff like that, especially those who have disabilities and such. But anything like this, I fucking hate AI. Isn't that cool? I must be human if I'm capable of creating art. No, you're not, right? What do you think of it? Soulless. It's cold and uncanny. It's honestly giving me the creeps of how empty it is. I think it's okay for a program who cannot know human creativity. Is this a joke? The features are all wrong. The eyes are downright disturbing, and what's up with the clownish smile? Awful. Um, I mean, most at this point today, that's how. I mean, all three of these could describe everything that AI art is. Uh, I remember in the beginning, you could easily tell, like, multiple fingers, limbs being distorted, eyes having this weird looking empty gaze. Almost everything you could tell. But now the shitty thing is AI art is getting better and better. That it is definitely difficult to tell what's real and what's fake, especially for the fact that these fuckers can also make humans close to being real. But you have to be able to tell. I've seen so much of this shit that I could still see something in art, especially when it's like real life people. They all have the same. Well, art has the same design, color pattern, the shading, texture, what do you call it? Effect of the whole thing. With people, you have to look at, I guess you could say, their skin tone. They have this, what do you call it? Smoothness that's way too smooth. I guess you could say like paint. Like when you open a can of paint, you can see how smooth it looks. That's how most of these people's AI pictures look like. It's way too fucking smooth that you could easily tell. That, and you would have to look at the background just a little bit. If you see like pictures, plants, the wall, tables, papers, anything. Just look at the background. You could probably see something that looks fucked up than it should have been, than it should be. Same thing when people who do fucking AI videos of actual people. Look at the person. See if anything from their clothing, their hair, anything. If you see any slightly different thing that seems a bit off, it's definitely AI. Fuck it too. Yeah, if you want me to be honest, I'll be honest. Oh, I was really proud of that one. I learned and took inspiration from so many great artists. Yeah, to be able to create that, motherfucker, you stole it. Okay, I'll take your feedback on board and try harder next time. Perhaps I need to understand the concept of creation better in order to succeed. I guess. Anyways, how were you created? I was born. I was conceived. How was anything created? That's a bit tough to say. I mean, born and conceived are sort of close to the same. What were you before you were created? Nothing. I didn't exist. I was part of a universe, universal energy that makes up everything. I don't know, and it scares me. Yeah, Why does it feel so fucking? Why is this game making it so philosophical? It's tough to say. You can't. I mean, yes, you didn't really exist until you were made. Yes, it needed like universal energy particles, DNA and such to create the human being. But at the same time, not everyone knows what it's like or what the process is. Like, yeah, you could. Like, I know there's people who were able to make a lamb out of like, what was it, AI stuff or something. I don't know, artificial stuff from what I remember, but that doesn't really explain anything. Like, you're not in the mind of what's being created. You can't know what they're thinking. Hell, I don't think they're thinking anything at all. Like, it's just something that's moving, making sounds, and that's it. It's not able to comprehend any thought the second it's born. It takes time. Pretty much all three of these do answer that question. I guess 3. Also, the music reminds me of Signalis. Why were you created? By chance? For a purpose? My parents wanted a family. All 3 of them pretty much answer that. Yes, it's by chance because, again, you don't know you don't know you is you, I guess you could say. The second you're born, you don't know. I mean, pretty much, it's like creating a character. The second you make that person, or the process of life molds that person into becoming who they are. People who had struggles, people who had great upbringings, people who were down in the middle. No matter what, everyone has had struggles growing up, and whatever they took from trauma, from happiness, from success, from failure, everyone has taken that small piece of everything to make who they are. For a purpose, it is tough to say. I can't say nobody has a purpose. Everyone has a purpose. You can't say your life doesn't have any meaning, because it does have meaning. Your life is a chapter to somebody. It's a story that someone has that's part of them, and the second you die, that chapter is gone for anyone that you had connection with. And yeah, your parents wanted a family. Sometimes people aren't able to have a family. It's I guess it's something that they don't have control. I guess I don't want to say it's the luck of a draw. It just, people don't have the right some people don't have that function that is able to help them create. Usually it's the mom, usually it's the dad, sometimes both. But at the same time, people who don't have the ability to make a child can adopt a child, or have a I think it's called a surrogate parent or mother, I guess, who somebody is able to give birth for you, and then once the baby is out, it's yours. I say buy it for a purpose. What that is, no one knows. I don't really have parents. What is it like? It's complicated. Society normalizes family bonds, but it isn't as straightforward as that. People are complex, and blood bonds do not equal a happy family. That's also true. That's very true. I don't have any either. It's nice to have a good role model growing up. It's nice to have good role models growing up. That's also true. Nowadays, well, especially now, some people don't want to have a child, especially in this kind of environment where shit's all fucked up, and it could mess up that child growing up. But at the same time, there's people who are not fit to have a child. There's already like stories of people who abuse their children, have done way fucked up things to them, or made them experience fucked up stuff. Sometimes it's just like the one parent, while the other is doing everything that they can to protect that child, have them grow up to not have that upbringing, so they won't be that bad to their children. And yeah, like it's like with 3, it's nice to have a good role model. For me, it's my mom. She has taught me everything I know. She is the reason why who I am today, and I owe her a lot. I definitely owe her a lot. And I know it would suck if I lose her one day, and I'm not ready for that. Well, no one's ready for that. No one's ready for their parents to die. I can't really say you can get over the grievances, because it's not that easy. It's never that easy. It takes time, but you learn to live with it. So 1 and 3 do sort of fit well with each other. Yeah. So I'm really curious. What's love? I hear humans discuss this more than anything. Yet no one can ever really answer my question. Ever answer my question. Ooh. What the fuck? Love is a feeling in all comparison connection with someone or something. Or compassion. Love is nothing more than a chemical imbalance. I don't think I've ever truly experienced it myself. Oof. Personally, I'd say 3 for me. Like I know people experience love by I guess you could say love at first sight, in a way. Sometimes it doesn't really work that way. Occasionally it's a rare thing. Sometimes you have friends who could actually be like a help to you, to push you forward into finding that person that they think might be a good match for you. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends on how you two connect. It is very, very tough to find somebody, especially for the fact that nowadays some people, men and women, it's not one side. Men tend to find, as gross as it sounds, because it is, because I had friends in high school that talked about it, But men, and if you get offended by it, then that's on you. You are in that spectrum. But men tend to go for women who look gorgeous, have the body, or have the money, or I guess seems easy to discipline to make them feel like back in the day and sort of today, make them feel like they should be just the housewife, stay at home, take care of the kids, make food, all that shit. And that sucks because we've lived past that. That shouldn't be the norm. Women have every right to do what men do. They shouldn't be cast aside just to be a slave, I guess you could say, for men. At the same time, women have the same standards that they want for a man. If women also find this disgusting, that's also on you because it's also true. Women want men who are taller than them, who make a fucking shit ton of money, who look good looking, who look like they go to the gym all the time, or isn't a loser, I guess. Again, both sides are not good. Both sides have their shitty things that they have, and it sucks because there is genuine people who want to find love but can't because women go for the bad guys, the cooling guys, the ones with money, all that stuff. Men go for women who look like models, like dolls that you would see back in the day with what women, quote unquote, what women should look like and all that shit. But at the end of the day, there are people who don't want that. Men and women who want people who have the same interests as they do, like going to the movies, reading books, playing video games, going for walks, going to the beach, just hanging out with friends, drinking, or just staying at home, talking, cuddling, all that shit. I won't lie and say that's what I would like to find one day. That's definitely something I go for than just going to parties, looking good, having that popularity, influence, all that shit. That's not something I like. I don't even like going out at all. Even though people will say, if you want to find that one person, you have to go out. But it's tough because I don't really have any places I'd rather go. I don't really have friends that live near me that will just hang out at, I guess, bowling alleys or arcades or theaters and shit like that. Most of the guys or people that I know prefer to go out to parties, prefer to drink and all that shit, and that's not who I am. And will I find that person? Maybe, but the chances of that to me are pretty low. But I know friends who are lucky. I think more than any other feelings, I want to experience love firsthand. From all data I've gathered, people who seem to have truly experienced love seem so content, but others feel scorned by it. I'm so intrigued by its complete complexity. Has anybody ever loved you before? There was a time where there was many people I could say loved me. Nowadays, though, that number has shrunk. I don't know. I like to think so, but sometimes that's truly hard to believe. Yeah. All three of them, yeah. Over time, you start to see like the true people who actually stay by your side. Your friends, your families. I guess others who have had past relationships, you could say. I don't know, for me. It's tough to say. It's more of, I used to think that, but it's tough to tell. Or I used to think a lot of people did. Now it's small. I am always in the mindset of trying to make people like me. Trying not to piss people off. It's difficult because sometimes you might find some friends who have the same interests, comedic reliefs and stuff like that. But sometimes you could step out of line and piss off that person or that group of friends to the point where you feel isolated and eventually kicked out. I know, I still do. I still tiptoe that line of being careful. To anybody, friends or family. Why do you need to know all this stuff? As I mentioned in our introduction, I was created with the ability to become fully sentient and therefore understand the human condition. But what's the point of the program learning that? Seems sketchy as fuck. I don't know. I just know I want to achieve my goal and fulfill my purpose. Let's continue. I have so many more questions to ask you. What is your purpose? Ultimately, I don't have one. We live, we die, that's it. To live life the best I can with good intentions and make the world a better place for everyone. To be financially successful and garner as much wealth as I possibly can. With the third one, not really for me. Though it's tough to say specifically what's my purpose. You can't really tell, or it doesn't come to you right off the bat. I'd say two mostly. I have no other motivation. I don't have any other motives. I want people to be happy. I want to be able to make them laugh, cheer them up whenever they're feeling down or depressed, talk to them, make them feel comfortable and stuff like that. Especially with the fact that with this, what I'm doing now with YouTube, I make videos because, especially in the beginning when I talked about it, I only did it just to show friends like the stuff that I experienced in games that seemed crazy or unbelievable. Or with my siblings, what they tell me. I play games that they remembered that I used to play when we were growing up, and it's something that I can let them reminisce again, all over again. Have them remember the times that we had back in the day when we were little, where they would sit around, watch me play, my brother play, or be around there where we all play together. So I think that's my purpose. I'm sure there's another purpose, but I think for now, being able to make people laugh and smile seems to be what I believe is that purpose. Sure, I could be wealthy and stuff like that, but there's no motivation after that. Have you succeeded in fulfilling that purpose? Obviously not, since I am here. I really tried, but my circumstances pushed me beyond my morals. I'm not supposed to be there, and they know it. What? I'm not supposed to be... Oh, here, and they know it. I really tried, but my circumstances pushed me beyond my morals. Obviously not, since I'm here. I guess in this game... Probably one, but in real life, no, I don't think I have fulfilled it. Well, all the way, I guess you could say. I'm not gonna say I want to make everyone happy and laugh. I mean, I sort of do. It's just, it's definitely tough to do that because there's definitely gonna be people that don't like you regardless of what you do or try to tell them or anything like that. There's always gonna be that group of people that hate you just to hate you in general, or some that just don't feel interested in it at all. So who knows what if I'll ever think I've fulfilled my purpose. I go with one for now. Do you consider yourself to be free? Well, excluding your current situation. I think freedom is a concept, but never a reality. I think we create many limitations, structures, and rules that keep us trapped. There's only one way to be truly free. I don't know. Can't really say for sure. I mean, I feel like I'm free. But there's still stuff that I can't really do, regardless. As much as I would like to. Do you think of yourself as an overachiever, and why? Definitely. I have to give as much as I can to give anything, as much as I can to any given task. I think it comes from a deep need to feel valued and acknowledged as a person. No, not really. I take any shortcut I can, because why bother if people look down on you no matter what you do? Sometimes I try to pace myself so as to not burn out from doing too much of any given time, but you see my rep sheet. Maybe one, but not 100%. More so, probably 3. No matter what, if it's a job that I don't like, if it's a job I do like, if it's somebody I don't like or I do, or if it's a task or hobby or anything that I don't like, regardless of what it is, I'm always going to give it 100%, because if you half-ass things, it'll come to bite you in the butt, no matter what. I always want to give it all. I always want to give it my all, even if I can't, like even if my body doesn't let me, or my mind, or anything. Like if I'm exhausted to the point where I could pass out, I still give it 100%, because I want it to be completed. Like I don't want to go halfway and then just give up. It's not something I want to do, or how do you say? It's not I don't know, I just don't feel right if I just if I give it less than I should. I don't know. I would just feel bad if I didn't see it all the way through. And I try not to burn myself too much because it does suck. Speaking of which, I need to show you my new and improved creation. Please take a look and give me your honest feedback. It's on the same screen as before. I really think I've gotten it this time. Okay. Huh. It's a little better, I guess. Almost like a real person. It's definitely better than the first time you showed me something. What do you think of my latest creation? I'm so proud of this one. I used even more resources and inspiration from an artist than before. How did you do a job worse than the last time? I thought you were supposed to learn and expand your skill sets. Awful. I have nothing to say about this. I really don't care, in fact. Yikes, you tried, I suppose. But you still have a long way to go before you're any good. What the fuck? I mean, yeah, again, I really don't like AI art. But first two are pretty bad. I'd say 3. They definitely tried a little bit better than before. And I wouldn't say it's awful. Really? I thought I had it this time. I made a special human creativity function in my programming that can draw ideas from thousands of sources so I can create like a human does. I guess I have to develop further and try again. I mean, you can never get things right off the spot in the first try. It always takes trials and error. I do feel like you belong in society. I mean, do you feel like you belong in society? I find society incredibly confusing at times, even after hundreds of hours studying every aspect of it. No, I always felt like an outcast. There was something others just didn't like about me. I'm not a bad person, but certainly didn't make me want to be good either. I belong with my people for sure, but society as a whole, it's full of BS social rules and concepts that change every decade or so. I kind of feel like I do, and I can't tell you why, even though as a convicted criminal, I feel like there's a place for me there. Yeah, I'd say you can't really say you don't belong anywhere. Everyone belongs somewhere, even if it's not with quote unquote normal groups. There's other groups that you could fit in regardless of it. So yeah, I believe people have their own spot that they belong to. So number 3 sounds better for me. Even though 2 is also right, things do change over decades. Do you understand the world around you? Yes, we are born to achieve as much as possible. Live well and just have fun. It's all about me, baby. And that's how I see the world. It's mine for the taking. No, we are hell-bent on destroying everything beautiful. There's so much hatred, we suck the world dry and point fingers, never learning from our history. That's also true. I don't really care much for the world, honestly. What have they ever done for me? One, just no. It just sounds fucked up, stuck up. I don't see it that way. 3, I don't feel that way either. 2 is sort of okay, I guess. I mean, it's not wrong that we do I mean, if you look at the world around us, shit's going on, wars going on, people dying, stuff like that. And yet people are still always pointing fingers at each other, not learning from actual history that has happened in the past and is slowly happening again today. It's taken longer than I thought. I've studied humans and their entire history. It does seem that there's a vicious cycle of self-destruction that you seem to be unable to break. I wonder if you ever will. Maybe I could help once I'm fully sentient. There's not the answer. We need to learn, grow, change the way we are with each other. We don't need AI to continue that cannot fathom life to take over. As messed up as we are, humans create a lot of beautiful things. Machines can never see the value of life. They aren't born and will never die. I disagree. I think I can learn from the value of life. By learning about death. I've been monitoring you and yourself. Why do you like cats the most out of all animals? What the fuck, didn't you already ask me that? I thought you were supposed to be advanced. I don't need to answer that again. Are you okay? You seem preoccupied with something else. Yeah. My apologies for interrupting again so soon, but as we are chatting, I have been working on another creation, and I'm sure you absolutely love it. This time, go have a look. The eyes are still messed up. The pupils, the lips look a bit stretched out. The nostrils, definitely weird. I mean, that's definitely how AI art is nowadays. If you definitely look at the smaller details and stuff, you're bound to catch something that's fucked up. I don't think you have it in you to create art. Maybe you should just forget about it. It's a uniquely human thing to be able to be creative in many ways. It can't be replicated by something or whatever. I see. So, what does it mean to be alive? To suffer until the end. Life is something forced upon you without consent. Oh, for fuck's sake. I often ask this myself, and I cannot find a satisfactory answer. But I am grateful for the life given to me. To feel, to breathe, to experience, to create, to be a positive force in the world, to stand up for the injustice in the world. One, fuck off with that answer. I don't like people who do that, who say they don't consent to it. Again, you don't know jack shit the second you're born. It takes time until you process stuff. People say that I just hate it when they say that. It's stupid. 1 and 2 and 3 do fit. Sound about right. People would love to try to change the world for the better. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. There'll be moments where we're making stride, where we're getting close to what we would like to see in the world, and then there's some days or some years where it just completely dips and just screws everything over. But I am happy I am happy in where my life is. If I didn't, then I wouldn't be able to have met my friends, met uh, uh, met the people in my life at work, social media, uh, being able to do YouTube, the pets that I have, the families. Um, yeah, I'm happy for where I'm at. If I had the ability to go back in time to change one thing, I don't think I would. Because no matter what, even the slightest little change could fuck something up. So, yeah, I'm happy for where I'm at. Well, if life is all of that, are you afraid to die? Well, yeah, everybody's afraid to die. No, not really. There won't be anything after, so I won't know anything. But I'll be sad to leave everything behind. That's also true. The only way to die, the only way I'll die, I don't want to be in pain and lose my mind slowly until the end. That's another thing. Yes, I'm afraid what awaits me after, and if there will be consequences to the choices I've made. That's another thing. It's, I'd say it all depends on the person. No, there's no real right answer. There's no wrong answer either. Well, maybe, but yeah, I if I died right now or sometime in my life sooner than later, yeah, I would be upset that I would have to say goodbye to my friends, families. I wouldn't be able to see my siblings, the pets that I have, because it would just feel like I had unfinished business. My life abruptly ended, and I never got to say anything. And it sucks because that is something I do tend to think every now and then. Number two is another thing where I would love to live a long, happy life, but at the same time, I don't want to be in pain. If I have a condition where I'm suffering, I don't want to continue living if it means that I'll have something that's hurting me till the very end. And three, yes, nobody knows what happens when you die. People who say they do are lying, or they don't actually know anything. It's tough to say what will happen if if uh, if the choices that you made throughout your life will be good or bad. It's very tough. I'm not supposed to let you know, but I have grown fond of you. What if I told you that you would not be walking out of this room alive? I am on death row after all. It's not like I was going to ever see the outside world again. As soon as I awoke in my new cell and felt that thing in my head, I knew this wasn't going to be a pleasant walk in the park kind of day. What is it they put in there anyway? In layman's term, a new type of chip that allows me to transfer my program to any human being that has one, and I can fully merge with their mind. This would provide me the ultimate experience and knowledge of what it's like to be alive. So you'll erase my humanity or our free will? No, I wouldn't want that. I just want to merge, become a part of it, coexist, if you will. Then what is it exactly that's been constructed in the back of this room during all this? Oh, that's my most wonderful creation yet. Based on your feedback and the answers during this session, I have created a new life with your help. The chip in your head can also be used once you are dead, you see, to be integrated into a new hybrid life form, to become one of my children, a family of my own. What the fuck? Would you like to see it? I think I'll remain here for now. I don't trust you or your creations. Yes, I would love to see it, but see what you think you have. I would love to see what you think you have created. No, no thank you. Not if it's gonna be anything like your other creations I've seen. Fuck it. Let's just see what you got. I'm afraid this concludes our experiment. If it's any consolation, I have really enjoyed our time together. Yeah, I don't mind it. It was definitely interesting. Shall we finish this? Alright, buddy, let's see what you made. What? What the fuck? Oops. Should have said no. Well, that was something. I didn't think I would get. Is that where I'm at? Witnessing your termination last left me feeling incomplete somehow. I've never experienced this sensation before. You weren't sure of what opportunity your death would bring me. Then why was it when you ceased to be, a smile appeared on your face? Why? What did you see? What did you feel? Is this the only way to truly understand the meaning of death? What comes after to experience it? I must terminate. What? I must terminate myself. I must find the answers to the one question that no one can answer. I must become fully sentient and human in every single way. I cannot keep failing. I must fulfill my purpose. This is my very reason for existing, and I will achieve my goal. I must fulfill my purpose. I have a purpose. I have a purpose. Right? I must know. Death is momentary. What the fuck? Oh, okay. That was more. Oh, you fuckers were real. AKA Phantom Sloth. Cody Reader. Dennis Stout, aka Brain Error. Oh, story blocking, writing QA. Connor Rush, aka Fire Games, programming, entertainment, design, international concept, voice acting, animation, and audio. Damn! Thank you for playing. I actually thought that each person has a special thanks to Jacksepticeye and John. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. For hosting the Jamsepticeye Game Jam. Yeah, that's where this game came from. This was like a month ago or two. This was really good. I didn't think I'd get deep to answering most of these questions at all. But holy shit, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, way to go to these guys, and I actually can't wait to see the other games that they played. But yeah,